It happens in an instant. A rainstorm moves across our valley and the washes become raging rivers, and many of our streets and intersections are flooded with rushing water.
Rope, grab the rope!
That's why members of Las Vegas Fire and Rescue are spending this morning at Wet n Wild, preparing for our monsoon season. Because they know without fail they will need to come to the aid of motorists who get trapped in their cars, pedestrians who try to navigate on foot through rushing water, or people who get caught up in one of our washes.
We have a technical rescue team that are technicians in Swiftwater, but the whole department as a whole has awareness on Swiftwater because they're first responders as part of our training.
The water features at Wet n Wild enable them to get hands-on training. For example, they learned that actually getting in the water to rescue someone is a last resort. If the first responder isn't safe, they can't get the victim to safety. Rescuing by throwing a line is first choice when possible.
Every unit has what we call throw bags. It has 75 feet of a line in there with a little loop on the end of it. And when someone's coming down the river, you try to throw that to them so that they can grab it themselves, and then you ferry them into the edge.
But there are situations when a line won't work. The tornado here at Wet n Wild simulates what it would be like to walk someone out of rushing water in a flooded street, for example. It's called shallow water crossing, and it's done with several rescuers in a line.
The first guy in the front's going to use a stick or a pike pole or whatever object we have to kind of feel the water and keep his grounding, to keep that tripod effect. And then the guys behind him are to help stabilize him. Plus, it's going to take more than just one person to grab a victim, fight that current, and get them out.
Looking for structures in the river that are breaking up the current that are going to allow you to get out.
The Lazy River water feature gives them a feel for a wash rescue. They float feet first so they can see where they're going and protect themselves from debris in the water. This pole across the river roughly simulates large debris such as a tree or vehicle. Something that can be deadly unless they can climb over it. Now keep in mind, the Lazy River current is between 3 and 5 miles an hour. Chuck says in a wash they're facing up to a 20-mile-an-hour current or more. The Regional Flood Control District held this press conference kicking off our monsoon season. Here we were reminded that there is 604 miles of flood channel and 91 detention basins. And while the master plan is still only 75% completed, we continue to be safer every year.
And the system works. Where it's built, where it's in place, the flood channels, the detention basins, they work 100% of the time. Mother Nature doesn't always drop the water where our system's built, so we still have some areas that we're getting to over the next decade and beyond.
Meanwhile, our first responders will continue to train because even the safest of roads and washes can't save people's lives if the people don't take the proper steps by staying away from the washes and flooded roads.
Basically, anytime it rains like a good downpour, other than a slow drizzle, we have Swiftwater in this town.